What's up, Aries? Let's get into this. The bitches want to touch my phone because they don't want y'all to know about the dark side. Because the dark side, how they see it, is your weakness. And they can get you, through your weakness. What they see is your Achilles heel when really the shadows is the medicine. That's where the medicine is at. These people are dumb. They're um, engulfed in shadows, just darkness. And they trick you, a light being, with the shadows that you're afraid of when that's where your medicine is, and that's what gives you more power, because the devil, if you will, which is a fictitious character, because the devil only represents a demiurge or a devi or the devil, because evil is in the word devil, and D can stand for darkness, if you will, and it's just a polarity thing. They link that to shame and guilt. So, you feel ashamed of whatever it is that you would see as a weakness or a shortcoming for you, or somebody did something to you, whether they raped you, whether you got molested, whether you were the rapist or the molester, because of these weird entities doing shit with hoodoo that make people do shit to their family members that they wouldn't do shit to children that they would never do. All of this shit that's linked with shame and guilt is the devil. And I be saying, you letting the devil shame and guilt you? That's why I be telling people. Because it's not really a fictitious character. It's something that is within a human being that's making them act evil and ugly. And it's usually because they don't do their work. And they are wicked and manipulative. And they lie and they cheat and they steal. And they plot on you. And they kill innocent people. And they got blood up to the horse's bridle on their motherfucking shoulders. So they don't want y'all to see what your dark side is. And we're going to keep on hammering on the dark side until they let up off of me and move the fuck out of the way. Because they should have been done that. Because they don't own shit, not even the skin on their bones, let alone the bones that they're about to be being in the grave, sending them back to their maker. And you know who their maker is? Themselves. Because Satan don't got no kids, man. Anyway, Aries. This is the light side of your personality. Some Arians come across as loud while others are subtler in their approach. But either way, they are impossible to ignore. They lead from the front and make dynamic bosses and motivators. As the first sign of the zodiac, they are like a spark that can ignite the enthusiasm of others. Because they are highly individualistic, compromise does not come easily to them. Their rock solid self confidence that obstacles can and will be overcome inspires and energizes all those with whom they come into contact. Initiative, courage, assertiveness, independence, passion, and leadership are all key words for Arians. This isn't surprising given that Mars, planet of the Roman god of war, is their ruling planet and that their element is fire, which sparkles, crackles, burns, and molds. There is something refreshingly straightforward and honest about people born under this sign. Anything that is not strictly necessary to their end goal is stripped away. This ability to see clearly to the heart of the matter and let go of negative emotions and grudges can be off-putting and mystifying to some, but to others it can encourage respect, trust, admiration, and sometimes awe. They don't really put me in awe as a Virgo. However, I am appreciative of that aspect of their characteristics, traits, and persona, if you will. Because everybody ain't like that. And Virgos, if you a seer and you read on a subtle level, and Pisces are like this too, being intuitives, Cancers too, you can look straight into the heart of the matter and get past it. Where Aries, most people would be like they are with let's see, Pisces and Geminis. How I said that they'll be having like 5 best friends at their funeral. That's how Aries is, where they see straight to the end of something. So they just plow through like a ram instead of considering stopping and actually, like a Gemini, talking to this person, loving this person, getting to know them instead of just being so goal and action oriented. You know what I'm saying? However, I used to say my sister was the fire up under my ass when my Libra kick in, where indecision is, going on, or getting bogged down in details, fuck it all. Virgo, you know what I'm saying? So they great for that shit. Get you going. Gets the people going. Kind of shit. And they like children when they don't hold grudges. However, they don't apologize either. And it possibly could be why they don't apologize, because they don't hold grudges. You know what I'm saying? But they do stay agitated, kind of shit, because they be ready to get it done. It's like, okay, slow down. Like, get to know this person. Don't just be, you know what I'm saying, so goal oriented. Get it done. Get them the fuck out of here. Gotta go. Fuck that shit. Aries peoples are movers and shakers. They make things happen. Nothing excites an Arian more than challenge, and when combined with their impulsive nature, this makes them natural risk takers. Details aren't important to them. Their concern is always and only for the bigger picture. Like a Sag, like a Pisces, and like an Aquarius. Details aren't important to them. Their concern is always and only for the bigger picture. Once a challenge has been met, their restless nature likes to forge ahead quickly to bigger and better tests. Achievements matters a great deal to Arians, and nothing or no one can stand in the way of their goals. Headstrong and determined, their aim is to win no matter what setbacks or competition stands in their way. They are extremely independent, and if they can't lead a team, they prefer to work alone. If things don't work out, which is always likely to occur if you take the risk to which Arians are prone, you won't find them wallowing in self-pity. They will simply dust themselves off and move onwards and upwards until they reach the very top, the place they have always believed themselves destined to be, emperors. On the dark side, although the impulsiveness and childlike eagerness of Arians can be endearing, it can also make them vulnerable to those who are less honest and truthful. They may have to learn the hard way that in life, honesty is sometimes not the best policy. More subtlety and less bluntness are required to take them where they want to go, or to enable them to get their point of view across. So, where my mother used to say, she lied between two drops of rain, Mia, she more than likely that this was what she was doing. They said they may have to learn the hard way that in life, honesty is sometimes not the best policy. However, why? Because of the environment we're in. America makes it damn near impossible for you not to be a liar. Because of all these fucking devils always manipulating shit and lying and shit. Allah know I had to tell 2 lies since I've been on this shit, and I'm not a liar. And I had to use wit and lies to get a pack of cigarettes and to see what the fuck was wrong with this police officer trying to take me to jail for some shit I've been doing. It was literally making me nauseous, bro. Like the sky was falling and all kind of shit. And a lot like, you got plenty room. I'm like, I don't want room to lie, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, you get room to lie, now you slipping and sliding all over the motherfucking place. I don't want room to lie. However, in this country, I mean, more than likely, why my sister turned into a fucking liar, bro? More more subtle and less bluntness are required to take them where they want to go, or to enable them to get their point of view across. They also need to be aware that although their natural leadership potential can make them invaluable during times of crisis, when there isn't a battle to be fought, their love of combat can make them prone to hot-headedness and impatience, and those more cautious souls who are less willing to rush headlong into things. When fired up, the Aryan temper can burst explosively and without warning. So that's how it's like, You're a war strategist. You just is. So your bluntness can work against you because you so, and it really can or it really can't. Sammy, he's an honest man. So it's like mastering that sign where you don't have to tell a lie in order to outwit your competitors or your ops. You know, you can take the hit because you can bust their ass kind of shit. So you got a decision to make. Do you want to go ahead and become imbalanced to the point that you may become a liar because you are surrounded by that many ops or that many people that's in secret competition with you where they don't even compare kind of shit because they can't even take on the amount of shit you can, hence why you got the card of the Emperor in the Zodiac? Or do you just want to keep it all the way 100, 1,000? You know what I'm saying? No matter the fool you look, you're going to come up on the other side of it and don't have to deal with whatever lying may bring, which will cause you imbalances at the end of the day. You see what I'm saying? It ain't really worth it to me. I would use it, but I wouldn't use it often because I don't want to end up risking becoming a fucking liar. You see, because you can't control the amount of enemies you got. You can't control the amount of motherfuckers that want to be in secret competition with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? It would make you like a people pleaser even. I mean, that can go wrong as fuck. You got to be real witty and real cunning, but in a way that you don't end up making yourself a liar and wiping out because of that shit. You can't give a fuck. You got to be transparent as fuck too, which is Aries being ruled by the first house, and they rule in childlike ego kind of shit. You basically got to be like butt naked. Like, just imagine Jesus on the cross with no clothes on and know that that's what you're going to have to go through, but you be goddamn if anybody try to give you a shirt. Like, bitch, if you hand me a shirt, I'ma fuck you up. Because transparency would be your best friend. Giving yourself up would nobody be able to fuck with you at all. They could get you through extortion, though. And because lies are linked to extortion, they really could get you. And you would be suffering needlessly. It's fucked up. They also need to be aware that although their natural leadership potential can make them invaluable during times of crisis, when there isn't a battle to be fought, their love of combat can make them prone to hot-headedness and impatience with those more cautious souls who are less willing to rush headlong into things. You know what I'm saying? That's where me and her butt heads, or me and people that are Aries, because I fuck with Aries. I love Aries. However, this ain't time to fight right now. We chilling. Why don't you just chill? And I'm not your enemy. I don't want your spot flash. I don't fuck with competition. I fuck with individuality. And I'm inspired by individuality. There's no need for you to look at what I'm doing and try to even be that, to make yourself a competitor where ain't no comparison, because it just ain't. We're individuals. I'm doing me, do you. You're doing you is going to inspire me, and me doing me is going to inspire you. When fired up, the Aryan temper can burst explosively and without warning. Aryans do tend towards self-centeredness, not because they are selfish, but simply because they are so wrapped up in themselves, they don't notice what is going on around them. Exactly. That's your natural state. So don't get caught up in a competition. There is none. There literally is none. Like, do you think Sammy looks at Target? He don't give a fuck about Target. He don't give a fuck about Aries. He don't give a fuck about Giant Eagle. He don't give a fuck about Woolworth when it was somewhere. He only gives a fuck about Walmart. That's how it got so huge. It's true. That's where Aries and Virgos are a lot alike. Virgos don't. Did you see what it said? They'll kindly go into second place. Aries just rule the first house and they ain't coming second to shit because they know what they be doing. However, if you turn and look and see what somebody else doing. You done fucked yourself because y'all rule competition in a way to tell a motherfucker there is none kind of shit. I'm over here minding my business, plunging through this like the ram I am, and you're gonna get the fuck out of here kind of shit. Y'all hear Sammy? No, for real. What the fuck? Hell no. Play us? I don't think so. You played yourself, think you gonna play us. I'm trying to tell you. Fortunately, as soon as they are made aware of what they have missed, they will fight unselfishly and wholeheartedly for those less privileged or capable than themselves. It's also fairly common for Aryans to rush into projects or relationships firing on all cylinders, but if things aren't going their way or they suddenly lose interest, they tend to drop that project or person through boredom. Prone to be bossy, reckless, and bad-tempered, these personality pitfalls can be exercised by lots of physical exercise. So y'all would do good. My sister didn't really exercise, but she would do good to walk. And then she got into these tennis shoes all of a sudden. Okay, well, what you doing with that? Like, where you walking to? Don't go walking to start nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Or get in nothing. Now, here we go again. Patience and endurance are qualities that would greatly improve the lives of Aryans. Patience and endurance are qualities that would greatly improve the lives of Aryans. You leap, then you look. Risk taking is, understatement. It's just fine tuning certain shit to master that sign. It's not really hard for real. Darkest secret, without doubt, Aryans like to win, but their desire to lead and stand out is not because they think they are necessarily more gifted than others, but because they long to be noticed, appreciated, and respected by others. What other people think matters far more to them than they would be willing to admit to themselves. Yeah. And I think Sammy got rid of that this lifetime, and being on the other side of it and seeing how instrumental he is in America and how he's a staple item for real. And like, fuck these motherfuckers. They still coming up in this bitch, and no matter what they say, I'm in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It's like what a Virgo don't. A Virgo can get there. A Virgo can get there to where like a Aries shouldn't, but a Virgo should. A Virgo should demand respect. Aries should let their work speak for them. Virgos let their work speak for them and don't demand respect. Aries demand respect and want you to say something to validate what they done. And for what? Your work speaks for itself. So now demand respect, which they're going to do that. Virgos don't demand respect and don't care about validation either, bro. It need to be on both of that shit. And it's so hard to be when you know what you bring to the table. Like, I'm not about to waste my energy asking these motherfuckers to validate shit when I know what the fuck I put into this. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's a waste of time. And like, yeah, buck with these motherfuckers. But see, that's where tribal things, where I was saying, the girl I was calling my best friend for the last fucking time of using that shit, she's an Aries. And she was like my sister in a way where she gonna do some shit that bitch, I don't care kind of shit. Like, you need to care. She's more, I think she got Virgo in her chart, if I'm not mistaken. So she a little bit less rough than my sister. You know what I'm saying? But that's why motherfuckers was so quick to try to separate and cause dissension and all that. Because my sister had got into some shit where she would end up making herself my enemy because of how abrasive she was getting. And listen, I don't give a fuck about you wanting to be a leader. On some real shit, we slept in the same bedroom for how long? You know what I'm saying? We got the same parents. I don't give a fuck about you wanting to be a leader. I don't. Go, Lisa, go kind of shit. But what the fuck they got to do with me? And why do you keep turning around looking at me like I'm the competition? when we're nothing alike, bro. Honey, baby, when I tell you. Ugh, let's go to Leo. Hey, I ain't even got one centile left in me. It's Leo. Yeah. It's not often that you will see a sad or gloomy Leo. These energetic individuals are ruled by the sun, the giver of life, and under normal circumstances, Leos can be found bringing laughter and activity to everyone and everything they touch. They hate being miserable, and there is always a buzz of excitement and spontaneity when they are around. All the zodiac symbols revolve around the sun and Leos, being ruled by the sun. Therefore, believe that they are the center of the universe. With their knack of convincing others that they are very important people indeed, it's no surprise to find that plenty of politicians and actors are born under this sign. Without doubt, Leos like to be the center of attention, and this is typically the place where you will find them. Key words associated with Leos include creativity, bravery, generosity, energy, and enthusiasm. They are also unusually resourceful people, far-sighted and efficient. They can work their way toward a bright future, overcoming any obstacles they meet on the way. Their positive, upbeat attitude enables them to create opportunities out of rejection or disappointment. They aren't possessive of their success, however, and will generously share it with others. Other people need lots of energy and stamina to keep up with Leos. They are always willing to share their sunshine with those they love and admire. People born under the sun sign Leo are attracted to anything extraordinary. They love to explore new territory and thrive on change. In addition, they are blessed with endless enthusiasm, energy, and imagination. Now, all these qualities make them favorites with most people, especially children. Leos are also especially good at seeing the broader picture, and when this is combined with their ability to draw people toward them, it's easy to see why they are naturals for positions of authority in which their unflagging creativity and drive can fully express itself. Above all, Leos have an inner sunshine which not only brightens their life, but also illuminates the lives of anyone lucky enough to wander across their path. They like to live every waking moment to the full, and the generosity and genuine good nature of these creative spirits can light up not just the room they are in, but also the world around them. On the dark side, Leos like to be center stage and to demand adoration from others as a right. In many instances, they do this in such a charming way that no one takes offense, but they do need to be careful that their exuberant ego-led approach to life does not turn into domineering bossiness. Ego problems are common for sun sign Leos. If you tell a Leo you agree with them or they are amazing, you will see them grow an inch with pride and almost purr with contentment. But if you tell them that you disagree with them or that you don't think they are going about things in the right way, you will see them quickly deflate like a balloon. That's crazy. That's why I say to Leos, y'all wear your heart on y'all sleeve. That's dangerous. Do you know how to survive with that shit? Because somebody will see right away that they can play you stupid. Because you need validation. You need to be pumped up when you really don't. Because you got enough sun within or light within or whatever to do it for yourself. You don't need it outside of yourself. It's just too much. That's where people would say Aries don't rule ego, Leos do. Both of them do. They do. Did I not just read Aries? Did you not just see the ego all up in that bitch? Where competition is concerned alone. Like, there is none. Fuck these people. Kind of shit. Needing validation. Same fucking shit. It's an ego trait. It just is. Like, let it go and fuck these people kind of shit. And you're going to disagree with me when I'm trying to sharpen you. They can really get into it with Virgos because I'm trying to show you something. And you hell bent on wanting me to pump you up when I see something that could be sharpened or really done away with kind of shit. Because it could be used against you. They'll be going off on you, because you're not pumping them up. Like, you're going to fuck around and be like a balloon flying away in a minute. Because you thinking somebody, I'm about to put a pin in your motherfucking ass and deflate you myself. Then you're going to think I hate you. And that's not the case. You just want me to pump you up where there is no pumping up to do. And then when you do pump them up, that ain't enough. What you mean? You need a balance. They are very sensitive, to criticism, of any kind. That means even constructive criticism. And will take personally every negative thing that people say about them. But if it's a negative trait, it's a negative trait. Transmute it and get the power that you're supposed to have as a Leo who's ruled by the sun. Y'all got to watch out for vampires too. Y'all will be blessing y'all enemies who pump y'all up because they see that's what y'all like, and not showing love to those that love you because they see what you need to, transmute, because somebody could use it against you to suck and drain you dry. This sounds contradictory considering that self-confidence is a key phrase for Leos. But often this self-confidence is more bluffing than reality. They are notorious for overselling themselves, and their pride and boasting is a mask for their lack of self-confidence. Because you're giving it all to the ego and somebody else too. Vampire, Lord. Sometimes they can come across as incredibly lazy, but again, this is down to vanity. If they aren't sure they can do something, they would rather not do it at all, and it will vain indifference. That's where if a mother or father of a Leo child, that would just melt your heart. Because you would see, oh, my baby kind of shit, for real. Because if they aren't sure they can do something, they would rather not do it at all. What you mean? At least apply yourself because you're good at it. This is just crazy. In addition, Leos often put more emphasis on looking the part rather than actually being the real deal. No, they don't. They think they do. It's a trick bag. They rule self-confidence. It's the ego that's fucking them up. In addition, Leos often put more emphasis on looking the part rather than actually being the real deal, but they get it done. So clearly you are the real deal. You suffer from imposter syndrome like Libra. This desire to look good can make them extremely vulnerable to false praise and false criticism. Snobbery, pride, and arrogance can weaken the brilliant strength of this sun sign. Perhaps their worst personality pitfall, however, is their misguided belief that they are always right. That's the Virgo dark side. Leos can also be rather dogmatic, and they desperately need to cultivate a more flexible mind as well as respect for the opinions of others if they've earned it. Me and my niece stay head button, but I will bow out gracefully because it's like I'm going to beat the fuck out of you because you're not really seeing it. You think you know. Why don't you give me credit at least for being on the earth before you this lifetime? Oh no, it's time to go toe to toe. Like what? What the fuck is this? Darkest secret. Few would guess that underneath the noble, sunny exterior, Leo's display to the world is a vulnerable soul who seriously undervalues themselves and craves love and recognition above all else. For what? If God made you, God love you, that's all the recognition you need. Period, bro. Without love, adoration, and recognition, the characteristic brightness of a Leo will fade. So a parent of a Leo would need to do positive reinforcement. However, you also need to teach them, I can't keep pouring into you. I done told you, kind of shit. Now you the sun. How the fuck, if you ain't getting it no more after I gave it to you, how the fuck are you fading? Because you fucking with vampires. That's how you're fading. And you're not giving your light to the right people, which would be God's people. People of the sun, not people of the moon. You understand me? And I ain't talking cancer. I'm talking people. Winning is important to them, but more important than that is being the one that everyone loves, respects, and admires, and they will try to be that person at whatever cost, and you're going to keep wiping out. You're going to keep wiping out. It just is. Until you understand that you don't need validation from anyone, and to help those who are worthy of your energy. Because if you fall for the trick of allowing them to feed your ego, they're going to feel like, I'm giving you what your mama didn't, so give me some of that light kind of shit. I'm giving you what your daddy didn't, so give me some of that light kind of shit. I'm giving you what your man didn't, so give me some of that light kind of shit. And you be in a whole ass situation. Put it together. We're going to move on to Cancer. Both men and women born under the sign of Cancer tend to be compassionate and nurturing by nature. They truly care about the feelings of others, and nothing matters more to them than giving and receiving love. Their motivation in life is the pursuit of happiness because they realize that the happier people are, the more productive and fulfilled they will be. Easygoing, they often have a very distinctive laugh and will try to create a harmonious and welcoming atmosphere wherever they go. It's true. The girl I was calling my best friend before the other best friend. What? She has this laugh. My brother got a laugh. It's true. The sister I was in a mosque with, the ranks with, she got a laugh. They do got a distinctive laugh. It's infectious. It'll make you laugh. Leos do too. Mm-hmm. Emotional, loving, intuitive, imaginative, and sympathetic are all key words associated with Cancerians. They are also very protective of those they love and respect and are extremely practical with money. If their compassion and intuition can flow harmoniously with their practicality, it makes for a wonderful combination. The ruling planet for Cancer is the moon, the planet of emotions and intuition. And there is a strong tendency for them to let feelings be their guide through life, like Pisces. They will, however, make instinctive rather than impulsive decisions because their impulses are tempered by their practicality. Damn. They will, however, make instinctive rather than impulsive decisions, unlike Aries, because their impulses are tempered by practicality. That's some dope ass shit. And you a water sign? God damn. That's like being a Virgo and you just ain't gonna do it. Capricorn too. Hell no, I ain't moving. Not really patience, but knowing it ain't time to move yet. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody like, go. When Mr. Farrakhan gonna say, don't listen to the people. I'm not listening to you motherfuckers. I'm gonna go when I wanna go. That's Aquarius. This Capricorn too. That's like that. And Virgo. And Taurus. Y'all a water sign? Yeah, because y'all ruled by the desert and not the water so much, but both. So y'all can, oh yeah, that's a dangerous tool. Home is of vital importance to Cancerians, and any disruption will cause emotional distress. They are also prone to bouts of nostalgia and will cling to everything from the past, like Pisces and Capricorns. I'm saying that, it's not in here. More often than not, they will surround themselves with photographs of loved ones. I stumbled on this photograph. It kind of made me laugh. Took me way back down the memory lane. And feel the pain. Hell no. Hell no. More often than not, they will surround themselves with photographs of loved ones. Oh, y'all really need to have an altar going. I know you lie. Or objects, not G. No eyes. Fucking yourself up. Your grandfather that came to as an orangutan. He's sick of this. Surround themselves with photographs of loved ones or objects which have very little material value but high personal value, either because they were gifts from friends or family or because they are associated with an especially important personal memory. What others see as clutter, Cancerians will hold on to tightly on of them. Don't throw away my books. Fuck these books. I did you good, bro. I did you good. You gotta give me a pat on the back. I care for you. Let me take this wallet though. I don't know where it went. I had to throw it away or something. Who knows? Who knows? Hey, Cancerians will hold on too tightly because these photographs of objects are important for their sense of security. Perhaps one of the greatest strengths of people born under this sun sign is that they are highly intuitive when it comes to the needs of others. A Cancerian will instinctively sense what another person wants or needs before any words are even spoken. When this is combined with their nurturing nature, it's easy to see why, in times of crisis, these people are often the linchpin upon which everyone will depend or seek counsel from. Now, my sister Aries, they just said they do no good in crisis because they be thinking they the leader, but they could be the leader of, let's just say, Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, you the leader at your job. This is a collective crisis. Let me do this. And end up in a whole situation where now they looking at their partner like they competition. Like, no, I'm better at it than you. Beat it kind of shit. Their nurturing nature is easy to see why, in times of crisis, these people are often the linchpin upon which everyone will depend or seek counsel from. Like a safe harbor in which boats can take shelter, Cancerians provide a safe and well-organized place for people both to escape and rest, and also to draw strength and inspiration from. What that house was about. And here come Ramhead, Kingpin. You the linchpin. Oh man. Golly. What a dark side. Those born under the sign of the crab can be incredibly moody and argumentative at times, and when they don't get their own way, they can behave like martyrs. The problem with this approach to life is that often the person who suffers the most is themselves. They are also the chief warriors of the zodiac. Really, Virgo? Look at this. Never happy unless they are crabs. Like, unless they are worrying about someone or something. That's something. That is something. Although their nature is compassionate and caring. I told my mother before she died, sending her a meme. I am a warrior, not a warrior. I'm a warrior, not a worrier. Wonder why am I saying this? Because, they always like to put the worrying on Virgo. Probably cancers. Like, hold up. I'm a warrior. I'm not a worrier kind of shit. It's the crab the whole fucking time. I wonder how you can use that as a tool, though. Because if you don't concern yourself with people, it may end up making you imbalanced. Because you would try to act like you don't care. And you rule nurturing. You the fourth house. It's your job to worry kind of shit. In a way that's productive, though, and caring and nurturing. I was worried about you. You know what I'm saying? Not just sitting up worrying like a motherfucker fucking up your nervous system. What the fuck? I'm dead. That's what it'll turn into if you don't show love the way you're supposed to. If you don't worry about somebody and nurture them with that type of worry, I'm concerned kind of shit, and you like, fuck them, I ain't calling them, whatever, it'll turn in on you and fuck up your nervous system. So you just be worrying, a nervous wreck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm dead inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done drunk like 40 cups of coffee kind of shit. Feel like a train wreck, anybody? Anxiety, anybody? Hell no. Although their nature is compassionate and caring, it's important to not forget that the crab, the symbol for their sun sign, is covered by a tough outer shell. Make no mistake that those born under this sign are fiercely ambitious. Success in life matters a great deal to them, and if need be, they will fight. I'm hearing 50. You know he had cancer, 50 Cent. And all I'm hearing on the phone talk about, That's with people on that phone. His phone stay blinking. Do you hear me? Also, what else? No, I mean, they rule the 4,000 family. They cut for that shit. They really is. They will fight tough and hard for what they want, more often than not. However, this fighting instinct doesn't get a chance to express itself in a positive way. This is because they are so tuned into other people's feelings and what is going on around them that it's hard for them to take a step back and actually define not just what they want, but who they are. Cancerians are often suffer confusion and mood swings as a result of their sensitivity. with their feelings, so dependent on the feelings of others, their emotional landscape is constantly shifting. Damn. More often than not, however, this fighting instinct doesn't get a chance to express itself in a positive way. This is because they are so tuned into other people's feelings and what is going on around them that it's hard for them to take a step back and actually define not just what they want, but who they are. That's fucked up, because y'all rule the fourth house. It's like somebody just keep getting over on y'all and y'all family and shit like that, and you will keep seeing your enemies as y'all family, but on a human level, and they really ain't shit. You don't express your negative aspects of, like, really being able to put your foot in somebody's ass, being over the fourth house, a protector. Like, listen, bitch, you ain't on this tree. You ain't from around here. Get the fuck out of here. Because, no, you're not about to run that bullshit. Because y'all keep oscillating. Y'all keep going back and forth with yourselves with that shit. And before you know it, your household tore up. Your goddamn family tree ripped out from the roots. And the nigga that you was like, that's your human family, did it. And he was your enemy the whole time. A bunch of them bitches. Like y'all children, whatever, be telling y'all, like, man, this person is, just wait a minute. Ooh, what I say, they so mad at you kind of shit. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all don't take action like y'all supposed to over that fourth house. Y'all got to be really protectors. Like, I'm talking crazy, and execute kind of shit. Cancerians often suffer confusion and mood swings ruled by their moon as a result of their sensitivity with their feelings so dependent on the feelings of others. Their emotional landscape is constantly shifting. You see how they can fuck you up with their moon magic? Yeah, man. Fuck you up, man. Shit. Woo wee. That's worse than Virgo in the 6th house, bitch, of service. Oh, that's a gang banging. God damn. Then, when the misunderstandings and expectations become too great, Cancerians will typically withdraw into their shell to process and make sense of things. This withdrawal can be particularly confusing and painful for friends and loved ones who may have grown to depend on a Cancerian's loving and nurturing presence in their lives. Personality pitfalls for Cancerians therefore arise both out of their emotional sensibility and their inability to distinguish. Hold the fuck on. This withdrawal, because y'all do that, sad, step up out of there. Then when the misunderstandings and expectations become too great, Cancerians will typically withdraw to their shelter process and make sense of things. This withdrawal can be particularly confusing and painful for friends and loved ones who may have grown to depend on a Cancerian's loving and nurturing presence in their lives. That's enemies outside y'all camp. Moon magic girls and boys. It's like they do y'all so dirty, y'all gotta go inside to catch up. Like let me get my bearings together. Let me collect my thoughts kind of shit. And I mean, they just keep doing it. They'll just keep fucking doing it, bro. That shit crazy. Personality pitfalls for Cancerians therefore arise both out of their emotional sensibility and their inability to distinguish between their own feelings and those of others. Y'all like Pisces too. Impressionable. God damn. I mean, y'all gotta be like snipers as soon as y'all see this motherfucker, it's over with. Something like Scorpios gotta be on the pros and cons list. Like, hurry now. Because if this motherfucking cons is adding up, cons, and consequences for they motherfucking ass. And I ain't known you but a minute, then bitch, you out of here kind of shit. I'm trying to tell you. When feeling threatened or vulnerable, they will become self-defensive and possessive, grabbing onto what represents security to them and retreating into their hard shell, where people will say y'all are narc. And y'all not. No. Y'all ruled by the moon. God damn, the responsibility with that shit got my head spinning. No wonder I can't find a good luck Cancer, and I got Cancer in Jupiter. I'm like, Cancer don't bring me no damn good luck. I'm sick of this fucking place, man. For real. Like, what? Ain't no Cancer I met brought me no good luck. However, the girl who used to do my hair all my life kind of shit, she suffered from vertigo. No, for real. I used to work at her salon, honey. working. She done passed out in the damn salon. The room spinning. The ambulance had to come get her, put on a stretcher. What, she had it real bad. Like, that's why she was running late all the time. People didn't know that. Like, why is she always late? The room probably spinning. Kind of shit. She ruled by the moon. She had cancer. That was what's up in her ass. Damn. Wow, that's crazy. Who these motherfuckers? Darkest secret. Cancerians are prone to constant fretting, and this fear of what ifs or nameless dangers can shatter their hopes and dreams. Nothing scares a Cancerian more than change or the unknown, and it's this fear of change which drives them to invest a huge amount of energy and time into relationships or projects that will give them a feeling of security. The problem is that the more they try to control their environment, the more insecure and vulnerable they tend to feel, because the only thing that never changes in life is change. Damn. That's some real shit. Tuh. Because y'all always gotta collect yourself. Shit. You want something the same because, okay, that's like, you know what I'm saying, being a blind man and knowing where this at, but you ain't got a stick or a dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to move out this house because I know exactly where this shit is, kind of shit. I mean, if shit always feeling like a wavy Lay's potato chip, then I wouldn't want to go no motherfucking where neither. It's crazy. I seen this Jewish guy. He may have been a Cancer. I don't know. But he was real careful on how he was handling things. And if I would have considered myself an occult teacher or an alchemist teacher even, just to say a occult teacher, I'm like, bro, that is excellent. However, the Cancerian girl that I was in the ranks with, she moved just like him. And she was, quote unquote, what they would say is heavy set. But she was so light on her feet. Like, knew that she had to move stealth low-key. For real. Because it's like that. Like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Everything a mirage. Lisa, must have been a mirage. I'm trying to tell you, what the fuck? Man, she got a nigga smelling like puss and boots out this motherfucker. Honey, let me tell y'all something, honey. Let me tell you something, honey. When I tell you, who else did I get? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. I got everybody, right? All right, let's pop from this horror oracle and see what we got to deal with these motherfucking weirdos. Or how about I give y'all, let me see. Yeah, let's pop from this. I got some other things that I can give y'all out of there. Just if I want to go series with it. A Cancerian man versus a Cancerian woman kind of vibes. I'm feeling wavy now. That shit crazy. These motherfuckers. Yeah, dinner, bitch. Yeah, we're coming to dinner, all right. Midnight. I bet my money better be in my motherfucking bank account because it ain't got nothing to do with Trumpy at that point. It got to do with a nigga thinking he owned me and my money kind of shit. I don't know where he get that old ass shit at. I really don't. It was written, book, right? Ugh. A fucking curse. Yes. Jen's galore, honey. A curse, honey. The other side. The dark side. The other side of the games they play. Now ain't shit funny, clowns. For real. You don't do no shit like that. They conjuring up serial killers now. Trickster energies. Yeah, what it does is if it gets too out of hand and nobody can move because people don't want to go to jail and shit like that, then it produces a Gacy. It produces a Jeffrey Dahmer. It produces an Anthony Sowell, and allowing it in their ass, whether it's in their ear or their ass, to get them up, to get to killing up some shit, and they may or may not get caught. They've just been getting caught as of lately for whatever reason, but I don't feel like they should be penalized when this shit is out of control as it is. You know, you have to have regulations, and people have to go because they be out of line. It's just like, oh boy, motherfucker done conjured up serial killers again. Kind of shit. I'm trying to tell you. Oh well. Ain't nobody fucking with you. Or him. Or him. Or him or them. Or them, you know. And them. Motherfuckers laying in a balance. Fucking with these motherfuckers. Now they done conjured up serial killers again. Y'all see Gacy on there. Lord have mercy. Yeah, experience. Mama Rizzo Hero Razor. Yeah, it gives you experience. However, never to be changed to no shit like this ever motherfucking again. Right, where Allah loses cats because they don't body jump them to the. Just bye. Just bye. A whole get the fuck on situation. And you keep saying it till you get the fuck on. Fate, you know. Now I guess people hearing what the fuck is happening. Miss, girl, stop chasing cars. You know. And now they're going to try to plead insanity if they get some of them locked up. I mean, it seems to me that they got facilities now. There's prison mental hospitals if they're just too punctified to go into a hardcore prison for all the murdering they done. Bruh. Allah said I'm a genius for coming up with this cancer thing. Or the fucking Buckies. Do the Bucky. Honey, baby, got niggas fucked up. I'm trying to tell you. Ooh, the distortion is crazy. When they be saying a distorted masculine, I'll be tickled the fuck. Look, inside, I'll be tickled as hell. Not a distorted masculine. Help me. Help me. Can't nobody help you. Can't nobody help you. You did it. You did it to yourself. You know how many dead, but you want to see a dead body? Don't go blaming nobody. You better not do that because you did it to yourself. Don't ask why. You did it to yourself by doing it to other people with these fake ass babies, COVID babies, and taking real babies off the earth. COVID babies, you motherfuckers got into shit so you could do their hair. And babies that are meant to be the breakthrough for the alleviation of HIV/AIDS gotta die, kind of shit. The babies that come to alleviate cancer gotta die. The babies that's coming to alleviate goddamn sickle cell gotta die. So you can just have a baby that's cute and the hair and all this old stupid ass shit. Yeah, some people suspicious as you should be, and yeah, they did it like a motherfucker. That's why you need your dark side to deal, because if not, you will just keep falling into compassion. And now here come the escapism again. It ain't nowhere to run to, baby. Nowhere to hide. Right. Putting shit down so you can pick it up and end up using the bathroom. Yeah, just transferring that darkness on shit. Squirting it out a little bit at a time. Fucking rats. Just like rat shit. Yeah. And they think they being gracious to you by doing that. No, motherfucker. I don't know you, bitch. Get the fuck on now. You leaving is being gracious to me, bitch. Wonder of the world. Yeah, trying to bring back crack and all that shit. New Jack City, Taj Mahal. Everyone of the world. Honey, don't nobody give a fuck about these kids.